with that topic out of the way, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the card of the week. Okay. Card of the week this week is a card that was recently spoiled from Lorcana. Okay. And we talked about it a little bit before, but it's Genie. It is Genie on the job. Genie on the job. So Genie is an emerald card. For me, I am really liking these emerald cards so far.
Nice.
They're nice. Very interesting, and I think they fit. It's fitting into that blue archetype from a game like Magic. Okay, so I'm really curious to see how much this card pool, right? These emerald cards are going to fit into the similar play style. Yeah. So Genie on the Job is a 6-cost, 3/4/2 is non-inkable, the Storyborn ally with evasive. And he has the ability disappear. When you play this character, you may return chosen character to their player's hand. Jim, what's your initial thoughts on this card? Because, guys, if you haven't yet, go check out our spoiler video. I give you my initial thoughts on that card. Yeah. I'll touch on it here, but if you want my fully uninterrupted thoughts, go check out the video. But Jim, what's your initial take on this?
When I first saw this, I thought it was a bad card, man. I ain't gonna lie. Especially when you said non-inkable. I'm like, and you can't even put, okay, it's an even worse card. I'm not the biggest fan. 6 is a lot of mana. 6 is, I'll ink.
Yeah, stop using mana. Stop using the word mana.
6 is a lot of resources.
True.
The bounce is definitely a good effect. The evasion on it is really nice to just get 2 victory points. Is that what they're called again? I forgot.
Lore
counters.
Just lore.
Just lore.
Just lore.
All right, just lore.
There you go.
It's been a while since I've talked about Disney.
Yep.
Nothing jumps out at me. It just does not jump out at me as being an amazing card.
I mean, it's not broken. It's not like top tier. I think this is a solid card. I think it's solid. Okay.
I just think it's an okay card.
Okay. So, I mean, there's not a lot of cards right now that have evasive.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means,
can be very important.
I think is going to be very important. Okay. Yeah. Because this is a card that will come down late game, okay, but is just going to keep questing, okay? Yeah. So it's going to quest for 2 pretty much every turn every turn after the card comes down, okay? Yeah. But also, he's going to get you something good back to your hand, okay? And if you wanted to, he could target himself because it doesn't say other. Okay, I don't know why you'd want to do that.
You don't,
right? There might be some effect. There might be some cards with some different effects. Who knows? I highly doubt you're going to want to do that.
ETB get effect.
But the question though is, it costs 6. So how long is it going to take? I mean, with 0 acceleration, that's turn 6. Yeah. 0 acceleration, that's turn 6. And from what I've seen, we have yet to play test this game. Yeah. Speaking of, do you want to play test this before Gen Con? Because I mean, it's very easy, guys. You can print out proxies if you want.
I'm gonna say no.
You don't want to?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think I do.
But from what I've seen, like once you hit turn 6, turn 7, you're not having a lot of cards in your hand. Now, granted, we don't have the entire card pool, and that's one of the reasons I don't want to play. I don't want to brew. I don't want to play test anything because I don't have the entire card pool. Yeah. Right. I can understand people brewing and playing with the cards because they want. Like, I get it. It's understandable, but I don't really want to do that because my standpoint is like I can't effectively brew a list if I don't have all the information that's available to me.
I would, even though this doesn't matter at all, right? If say we played, right, and say I lost over whatever reasons, and I'm like, then I find out about this new card, I'm like, I would have played that. It could have put in so much work for me. I wish I knew about this card.
Right.
Again, it doesn't matter at all.
Right, exactly.
But that's how I would think when I come across it.
So one of the things that I want to ask you, okay, is the inkable status, okay? I want to get your take on this, okay? Because my thought is the fact that Genie is not inkable doesn't make it better or worse. Okay, and this is kind of hard to put into words here, but I kind of like the fact that he's non-inkable, okay, because it forces you to play the card, and not use it for resource. So for Genie, okay, if I was building a deck, okay, again with the limited amount of information I have, right, 6 cost, non-inkable, I probably would not put a full playset in. Let's assume playset's 4. I would probably only play 3 max, because now if he was inkable, I might throw in a 4th copy, because then I get it early game. I can throw it down.
Throw him out there.
I can throw it down as a resource. Okay, but there are important in scare quotes here. Okay, if the game is forcing you to play a card, okay, it eliminates that feels bad of, oh shoot, I already used this card as a resource and I would love to have that copy in my hand to utilize at this very moment. Right. So that's how my thinking is. Okay. But again, I'm struggling to say it's good, bad, or better or worse. It is. But I want to get, what's your take on a card, the inkable status of a card?
I think,
because real quick though, does it matter? Yes, it matters. It matters because you need to be able to play your cards, and how to play your cards, you use resources, right? So it matters, right? But how much does it matter is kind of the question.
When you said that you don't think that if this card was inkable or not turns it into a good or a bad card, I think if it was inkable, it is instantly a better card than what it is currently. Because like you were saying, it's a big card to where it forces you to use it, but it's a big card that you don't want to have in your hand early. So it's the question. So I need it to be inkable.
So the question. So it honestly, I think what it comes down to is it's the opportunity cost of deck building.
Yeah,
that's really what it is. Because if you have 4 copies in your deck, okay, that's 4 less other cards that could be in your deck. Okay, so if you have all cards that are inkable, and you're operating off the assumption, well, every card that's in my hand, I'm going to be able to ink. Okay, you are missing out on all these other cards that you could be putting in your deck just because they're non-inkable.
Yeah, which I definitely understand that, and I also want to say that I don't think this card is just good enough for it to be that card.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair.
It's just not inkable.
Sure.
So it just doesn't jump out at me of being like, oh yeah, I would definitely play this because it's just such a good card. I don't care that it's not inkable.
No, I think this card also is like, it's not necessarily a linchpin, but you're building this around other cards that have those ETB effects.
Yeah.
Like that's what this just gives me another copy of these other cards. That's all this does.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I say I think it's solid, because again, it's versatile from the standpoint of I can bounce my opponent's stuff and I can bounce my own stuff, which in a game where summoning sickness is a thing makes effects like this that much more valuable.
Yeah.
So, which I mean, they're already like bounce effects are already powerful anyway, because again, if you bounce an 8-drop, that's 8 resources your opponent more resources your opponent has to spend to get that effect again.
It's a really nice tempo swing.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the whole inkable, non-inkable thing is something that I'm very interested in, because I do think it just comes down to opportunity cost. It's really just opportunity cost of cards that you are putting in your deck or what you're not putting in your deck.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Also, real quick on the artwork, I didn't realize he was spinning his finger, and I'm like, oh, he has 3 fingers. What are the other 2 fingers doing? And I'm like, I look at his other hand. I'm like, he just has 4 fingers. How does he have 5 fingers and not a thumb?
Yeah, he's spinning the palace guard is what he's doing. Yeah. He's making him disappear.
Yeah. Also, for anyone who plays Magic here and you were hoping that the Genie did a wish effect, yeah, I thought the same thing.
Doesn't mean they can't have a card like that in the future, but I don't think
Like, is there even a sideboard?
I don't think they're gonna have.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I'd have to look. Yeah. I honestly, I doubt it.
Yeah.
In a game like this, I doubt it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is Genie on the job. An interesting card to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
An interesting card to say the least. It's definitely an underwhelming stat line, but again, for a card that has evasion, that has evasive on it,
yeah.
It can't be too crazy though.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: what would it take for this card to pop at you?
3 lore.
Three lore.
3 lore. Amazing card. 3 lore.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you. Yeah,
I would run this in all green decks if it was 3 lore. All right, maybe not all of them.
I'm just trying to think. I'd have to look and see what cards have been released if there's any that have 3 lore. I know Mickey has 4.
I'm pretty sure
Mickey has 4. Well, I'm gonna have to look at that because I'm not certain. I'm not certain that there are. And I'm gonna see if we're gonna do this live. I'm gonna see if I can pull them up here. So we're gonna go to cards. We're gonna go to card library. Inkwell. Nope. Sort by. Can we do sort? They don't have. Okay, we're just gonna skim through these. 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. A lot of 2s. A lot of 1s. Another 2. Another 2. Bro, I think they're saving these. Oh wait, Moana. Moana's got 3.
Oh, Moana. Yeah,
Moana's got 3. And then Mickey Mouse, Brave Little Tailor's got the 4.
She's an amazing card though.
Oh, Moana. Stitch Rockstar.
Oh, Stitch, yeah.
Stitch Rockstar.
All right, so we've seen a couple.
Yeah, so there's a couple right now. Yep. Stitch Rockstar.
They're also inkable.
They are inkable.
Good cards.
Those are inkable.
Good cards. I don't care that Moana has 1 damage. Attack doesn't matter apparently.
Yeah, 1/6. But again, you're probably you're not utilizing Moana for anything but questing. Yeah. You're most likely not. I doubt it.
Yeah.
Because again, especially with that other ability, triggers when she quests.
Like you're gonna be getting those 3 counters and being like, "Hey, I'm real close to this now," and then get off your ability.
Yep. So that is this week's card of the week, Genie on the job.